welcome back to another video on the Football Zone and to a weekend review reviewing the Premier League action from this weekend, starting off with Chelsea securing an away win at Leicester. Leicester started off really slowly and were punished. Jackson in the 15th minute giving them the lead. Uecl had a goal disallowed in the first half too, and Fernandes gave it 2-0 after 75th minute. Ayew got a late goal back. Leicester did improve in the second half, but it wasn't enough, and it's marked the end for Steve Cooper. Personally, for me, this is a ridiculous decision. He's a really good manager, as it's proved in the past. If he's given more time, he had Leicester out the relegation zone. Time, man, it's just seems a bit ridiculous. But moving on to Fulham 1, Wolves 1. Iwobi in the 20th minute gave Fulham the lead, and Cunha in the 31st, Gomez in the 53rd, Cunha again in the 87th, and Guedes in the 95th minute. Still a dominant win for Wolves, and you felt like it's kind of coming for Wolves. Maybe the stats didn't say it's coming, but their performances have improved recently before the international break, and now they're kind of getting out of that false position they were early in the season, and huge win for them. Moving on into Everton 0, Brentford 0 at Goodison Park, and disappointing result for Everton this really, because Norgard was sent off after 41 minutes, since then Everton piled on the pressure as you might expect in the second half, but couldn't find a winner, to be honest, Brentford I would say probably at times just as likely to score. So it's going to be a poor, I think, a game the Evertonians aren't happy with. In the circumstances, Brentford would have wanted to gone there and won, but in the end they'll take it. Aston Villa continued their pretty poor form with a 2-2 draw against Crystal Palace at home. Sarr gave Palace the lead before Watkins equalised. Tielemans missed a penalty, and in a minute after that, Palace took the lead. Unbelievable scenes. And Barkley, with just over 10 minutes left, saved the draw. And Villa dominated this game and really be wondering how they didn't win. So, I think they'll be pretty disappointed with that. They'll definitely say it's 2 points drop. But Palace, a point in the right direction. They are 19th, so, they do need to start picking up points. I think they'll definitely see this point in the right direction. But moving on into Arsenal 3, Forest 0 at the Emirates, and it was Timber who had a goal to stand in the 5th minute, but Saka 10 minutes after that made it 1-0. They had to wait a bit of time, but it was Partey and Nwaneri who made it 3-0 to the Gooners, and in the end it's a pretty comfortable win for Arsenal. Forest, maybe their brilliant start to the season is just slowly fading a bit. Obviously nothing to really be ashamed of because the start of the season was so brilliant, but big win for Arsenal. They need to go on a good run just to stay in title contention. But Bournemouth were defeated 2-1 at home by Brighton. João Pedro in the 4th minute gave Brighton the lead. Mitoma made it 2-0. Baleba was sent off with half an hour to go for Brighton, which made it a bit nervy. And in the 93rd minute, it was David Brooks who pulled one back. So, it was a bit of a nervy one for them at the climax of the game. But in the end, they just about held on. Bournemouth really pushed, but in the end, couldn't get it. I think that's a statement win for Brighton, considering how impressive Bournemouth forms recently and some of the scalps they've taken. One of those being Man City, and they suffered another huge loss, 4-0 at home to Tottenham. They came out of the trap so fast, but Maddison with 2 goals in the first 20 minutes made it 2-0. Then it was Porro and then Breen and Johnson. Dominant win by Spurs. The statistics would have you say that Man City were probably just as competitive in this game. But Tottenham are clinical, and it's so hard to pinpoint what's just going wrong for Man City at the moment. Is it the lack of Rodri? Who knows? But they're not scoring. They're conceding floods of goals. They need to get it sorted before it's too late. But what an incredible day for Tottenham. Moving on into Southampton, who gave an impressive showing against Liverpool, but still came away with no points. Szoboszlai in the 30th minute gave Liverpool a lead, and then Armstrong scored a rebound from the spot. Southampton actually took the lead with half an hour to go through with Fernandes, but Salah with 2 late goals. Getting the win for Liverpool. Just individual errors for Southampton again, I would say, more than anything, costing them here. So frustrating for them. But for Liverpool, even at their best, they're not winning. That's what they say, a sign of a good team. And finally, on Super Sunday, we had Ruben Amorim taking charge of his first game at Manchester United, and what a dream start he got on in 2 minutes. Rashford opening the scoring, and that's the Rashford he'll be looking to see in charge rather than the Rashfords we've seen in the last few years. But Omari Hutchinson with a brilliant goal after Ipswich missed a great chance. Made it 1-1, and in the second half just didn't really have that flow of rhythm. Ipswich in the end will probably be considering themselves unlucky not to win it. So I think just showing that Amorim has no quick fix at Old Trafford, and it's going to be a long, long road. And in the Monday night football, West Ham defeated Newcastle 2-0 at St James's Park. A huge result for West Ham. Aaron Wan-Bissaka with a goal in the second half and Souček with a goal in the first half. And yeah, you just kind of feel like a performance like that, a classic away performance at Newcastle, a tough place to go, could really be the turning point for Lopetegui, and let's hope so after the international break. And for Newcastle, yeah, disappointing result. I think they've had a few silly results like this at home where they drop points where maybe they shouldn't, and yeah, they need to cut that out if they really want to launch a proper challenge to get into the European places. Before I go, let's do a run through of the English teams in Europe this coming week. And yeah, starting off with Man City at home to Feyenoord. This is a game that you'd expect them to win. And yeah, you kind of feel like it's a must-win now, just to really get them back on track more than anything else. Undoubtedly, the highlight of the week is Liverpool against Real Madrid on the Wednesday, but Sporting against Arsenal on Tuesday. Obviously, Anarine's old club. That's going to be a tough game for Arsenal, but one where I think they'll be confident in getting at least a point, if not three. But Liverpool against Real Madrid, we know how well Liverpool started off. If they're on top form, if Real Madrid are on top form, boy oh boy, this could be some game. Can't wait for it. I feel like the Anfield crowd, the form of Liverpool at the moment, could just get them over the line. It's set to be another classic UCL night at Villa Park as Aston Villa take on Juventus. The atmosphere will be rocking for this, undoubtedly, like it was the Bayern game. And yeah, if we think they can beat teams like Bayern, then I see no reason why they can't say get a result in this game. But moving on into the Europa League fixtures, Tottenham taking on Roma in a game I'm really looking forward to. And yeah, Roma haven't started too well, so I think they'll be feeling pretty confident going into this one. And then of course Manchester United also in action as well, and I think it's a game Bodo Ginnet that they'll be feeling confident in going into as well. And then Chelsea are probably playing some random team from Armenia or Lithuania or something like that in a Conference League, and we'll probably win about 10-0. So anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily football news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.